Rob the jewelry store and tell her make me a grill.
All right, baby, we're back. What is up? Welcome back, baby. Bitcoin going for all-time highs, baby. You know it's going for all-time highs. You know we're doing it. Why is my Discord not working? We're so close. We are so close, my friend. So close. Yes, sir. Very, very exciting. Very, very exciting. Gosh. Right there, man. Right there. We're so close. Give any level to buy long? Come on, brother. You should already be long, son. You should already be long. Wait. We're so back at him, it's right. I gotta quit this. Why is my Discord working? What you got for me? What you got for me? Build it up, baby!
Rob the jewelry store and tell her make me a grill.
This is not closing the Discord. Discord. Open my Discord. There it is. Sorry. We're gonna get going here in just a minute, everybody. Got the election coming up, baby. We've been pumping. We've been absolutely pumping. You can't go wrong with a nice little election pumpy. Not a puppy. Pumpy. Okay, that's not bad. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Hope you guys have had a decent little bit here. It's been an interesting turn of events here on Bitcoin, breaking out of that really strong resistance there. It's been quite interesting. Happy Halloween, my friends. Happy Halloween as well. We're gonna give it a little bit of moment for people to join up here. But I appreciate you tuning in like always, man. We're gonna start getting back to the grind, I promise. Cue the smoke machine. Yo, Roman with a 122x from 54K. Yo, shout out to Roman. Congrats, Roman, brother. Man's banking right now. Man's banking, but guys, I mean, come on. Where my Solana bears at? You ain't buying on the 120s with me? We've been talking about the 120 on Solana for days, brother. For weeks, for months. We've gone through kamikaze trade. We've gone through so much to get to this point. Now it's time. It is time for the $200 run on Solana, baby. It is time for that $200 run. We gotta do it. We just gotta do it. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. But, man, we're going to focus big time on Bitcoin today. I mean, you just can't go wrong. We're so close. By the way, I would highly suggest for your trading view, if you are coming up on a subscription on your trading view, pause it. That's what I did. Sadly, I'm stuck with two indicators for a little bit. but because we have the Black Friday sale for TradingView coming up here shortly. Their yearly deal, incredible. Great yearly deal. So I'm waiting on that. So we're going to be flipping between a few different ones. Yo, Annie's, man, remember for 6 months. I appreciate you being around for 6 months. How do you think AETHIR perform in the long term? We could go over that for sure. We could go over that. Big focus on Bitcoin today, though. Obviously close, but no cigar on that all-time high. Just so darn close. We almost tagged it. We barely touched it. But guess what? We had a daily order block sitting up here that has rejected several times before. So we'll see. Man, if I had the time, I'd say, hey, we're not live streaming until we hit a new all-time high. If I had the time, I'd say we do that. Look at this 1 hour candle reject. You know, people are going to take profit shorts, going to get in there. They're going to be like, okay, this is it. But I'd be shook. I'd be absolutely shook if, for some reason, we didn't go and take out that high. Maybe we get a small retracement like we're seeing now, trying to scare out the bulls, which isn't going to happen. Massive slope in play so far on Bitcoin. I mean, there's just so much in play right now. I hope you guys have been good. Hope you've been good. We're going into that upper reversal zone as well on the daily time frame. But look at the oscillator. Look at the oscillator matrix. I mean, you can't get better than that. Look at that turning point right there. Look at that turning point right there. Beautiful. Right above that 50 level. Nice little slope forming as well on the oscillator. I mean, you can't. Bullish money flow. This thing's ready to rip through all-time highs. It should have no problem. Look at the daily versus the 1 hour. 1 hour, look, it's already getting bought up off the 70, 73. Ronan said, hello, guys. New member, any tips to ramp to Lux Algo new to trading? Yo, appreciate you joining up, man. The best part about, obviously, Lux Algo is it's here to help you and guide you to get better trade setups or even find a system that works for you. I'm happy to answer any questions you have. But guys, I think it's a good little pause there, and we could get started here on the deep. Honestly, we're just gonna hang out and have a good time looking at Bitcoin cranking to these all-time highs. Talk about what we saw, what we're going for. Lots to go over. It's been a good minute. That is bright. Oh, chill, bro. Chill. There we go. It's been a good minute since we've been live, but we will be back full time probably closer to the new year, if not during the new year. As my 4-month-old gets a little bit older and she's easier to handle. She has been interesting, to say the least. She cannot be put down. That's the biggest thing. Cannot be not held at all times of the day. So that's kind of the time consumer there. Let me go ahead and get the and obviously other things we got going on. I'm going to get the other music going, and we're going to get cranking here. We're going to be going over Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, all the majors. I haven't even looked at Ethereum because I've been so against it recently. Yo, Dave, what's up, brother? Yo, Annie knows what's up. It's so funny. I don't even know if I'm saying that name right, but I'm sorry if I butchered it. But that is so funny. Said the Lux Algo membership for the Black Friday deals. Yeah, similar to TradingView, we always offer a crazy deal on Black Friday, so get ready for our Black Friday deal. So that's what I do for TradingView every year, is wait on their Black Friday deal. So you'll see I'll be switching between different layouts because I need to renew my TradingView subscription, but I'm waiting for the Black Friday deal. It's okay. You can have multiple, with multiple indicators on it. But yeah, always good to wait. They have an awesome Black Friday sale on TradingView as well. All right. But as you know, like I just said already, going up into this upper reversal zone, we got a very nice turning point right at that 50 level, right at about 60 there. So we're already showing some really nice potential upside. I mean, look at the higher lows sitting here. I mean, it just higher low, beautiful. I know the last time we were here, by the way, guys, we discussed this level right here. We were talking about this making that potential pullback. That's exactly what we got. If we pull up the previous stream, we discussed about how, potential 50% retracement, maybe to go back and fill that imbalance there. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty insane. So As you can see, we respected, though, those previous highs. I mean, structure was by far so clean on Bitcoin to make this move. So you can see bounce off that previous high beautifully around 66K and made its rally through the highs. Now, all that standing in the way now is the all-time high. That's why I don't think we're really going to have any problem getting through that. The oscillator on the daily is pretty much telling you this thing has plenty of room to the upside. Now, where could we head to the upside if we were to, you know, actually make an upside move? And so far, what's interesting is this daily move we've had here on Bitcoin is already showing that the 50% retracement is lining up with previous highs. Now, y'all know me and the fact that I like to use the Fibonacci to kind of tell whether or not price has extended enough or not. Seeing this is meh. It's like we can pull up the 618 as well, which is another one I judge here, which I think in this case would be a better move, would be around 76, high 70s there to bring that 618 back to the previous high, just due to the turning point on the oscillator. Oscillator has not extended again yet. So I would like to see if the oscillator can extend for a second time, then we get that nice move. Ignore gap divergence. This in particular is not gap divergence. People ask about this all the time. Sorry. This is not gap divergence. As you can see, yeah, sure, divergence has played out in this little range that we've had. But gap divergence, like I said already, we need to be within reversal zones for it to be more clarified, right? We're not within this reversal zone at all. We're below it, so we do have plenty of room to extend to the upside. Even if there is a gap right here and extending to the downside, there was a small mover, but it bounced off previous highs and obeyed structure. In this case, down here, we at least touched the reversal zone. We have not touched reversal zone on the upside. That's when the divergence is a little more something that I'd be worried about is if we were in that reversal zone. Always know that when I'm looking at divergence plays, I'm always using the reversal zones as that second level of confluence, okay? On the 30-minute, you said? That's the 30-minute, brother. 30-minute here, both inside the reversal zone. Sure, I mean, you can take a small little risk here. Look what happens, though. For me, when I go about trading, good gosh, there's so many points here. When I go about trading divergence, like I would be going for a 2-to-1 move, which would just put us right back at 71, right? In this case, probably not. So this is something that I'm continuing to study more on the divergences using the reversal zones. Is, as you can see on the 30-minute, so many divergences, right? But look at the difference. Look at the gap between the reversal zones, and look how the overall reversal zone is just moving straight to the upside. That's normally something that where I'm just going to avoid it at all costs. We want to see the reversal zones kind of at a standstill, or let's say range here, where it's, you know, a little bit more gathered and calculated back and forth at a somewhat of a channel, rather than just an extension similar to like an EMA to the upside. Seeing that, I would wait to see for price to settle off and then play the divergence. That's something recently that we've talked about a lot on trading those divergences or something I've been looking at a lot on trading the divergences. Goodness gracious. So like similar to like crude oil today took a 2-to-1 trade on the 1 minute, and you'll see here. As you can see, we don't have any weird extensions on either side. We ended up taking a trade off the 1 minute down here, and we could talk about it, but I really want to go to stick on crypto today for sure. Crude protocol? I don't know. I don't think so. Crude protocol. Is that... We launched so many indicators, if that's a new one of ours, I can see. I honestly don't know that. I haven't looked at it. I just trade structure. No, that's not one of our indicators. But yeah, guys. So if we're talking about a 30-minute, man, this is stretching too far. Even though this is, it's playing out nicely, but again, with it moving as much as it has been here, not showing any, again, on gap divergence as well, we want to see price extend to the following side before printing divergence. It never does that. Price is just holding above the 50. That entails a very strong trend. So, but either way, this thing already starting to pull off there from that high. But in this current case, like similar to here, right? So there's that's a little bit better there on Solana. In this current spot on Bitcoin, though, again, we're right at all-time highs. If we need structure to hold, well, a test above previous highs would be ideal. Maybe get small little pullbacks. Like we said there on that initial, let's say if you were to take that divergence, you're 1-to-1 somewhere in here on 72. On this current swing structure here, you got a little bit of room down to that gap as well right here on that imbalance. But like we were saying already, if we go to the 4-hour here on Bitcoin, let's see where the volume's sitting. You got majority of your volume on the money flow profile sitting down there at 67. There is a possibility that, you know, before we crank to all-time highs, we just got a new 4-hour candle, by the way, right now at the 3 o'clock bell. I mean, that looks so good. We've already had that 50% like we said. There's a possibility of us, you know, retracing a bit. Massive gap sitting right here between 72 and around 71.6. So, you know, we could maybe see a little bit of retrace. Very large wick high there on the 4-hour, meaning that the odds right now of Bitcoin kind of pulling back a bit are pretty high. It's pretty hard for them to pull back, but again, it's a 4-hour chart, so I don't think it'd pull back much. I do think there is a high probability that we actually go at least retest close to that all-time high. I mean, that was pretty darn close. We could maybe get up there and full-on push through, but there's going to be people trying to take it down from here. It's going to happen. But again, I don't see why on a single dip right now, anywhere above or anywhere around the low 70s, people don't buy back up. I don't see why. Pretty much already probably took out majority of the sellers. So a lot of shorts were probably hanging out around the 70, you know, 100s, as well as, you know, right here above this order or these double top kind of situation that happened right around the 72K. So a lot of shorts probably ended up getting stopped out right up above the 72. So if we hold 72 here on the daily tomorrow or later this week, we could probably see that break of this order block. It's already rejected it several times. So I wouldn't really, I could see this order block breaking pretty easily and running that all-time high. Now, we know, yo, Brad, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome back. So we know that we talked about the overall election moves, right? Right? The last election on the monthly, remember, going from September into that election, right? It was 2020, right? So here's your September into October. Now, what did we say? What did we say? That October, right? That first initial October to push that pump there was a 37% mover, right? Bitcoin right now on October, open to close, we're sitting at 14%. We got about 2 days left, right? That's fine. 14% mega move. That's 9K, right? That was a 9K mover. In this case, it's much smaller, 3K. So, you know, about a third of what we're having now on that. But overall, what do we see? We see a massive, finally, bull flag break on Bitcoin, right? We finally get that bull flag break that we've been panning out on the monthly and the weekly chart. All we're entailing now is a massive push through the all-time high. We got 5 days left on the weekly candle, of course, but it does look like this thing should break out just fine, potentially heading straight for 80. That's what we'll be watching this week. Now, also, if you identified the weekly, by the way, and you saw this weekly close, I'm sorry I wasn't here, but if you ever see a candle close like that after an aggressive candle like that, more than likely you're going to get a break to that high. That is a very, very bullish candle setup with this large wick to the downside, very small top there, pretty much driving a hammer. So that's pretty much a hammer candle, similar to what you will see at the downside, but with a little low close there. But that's a really nice candle there for that continuation that you could have just identified on the weekly for the breakout. It's a very high probability breakout candle setup on the weekly for Bitcoin. Now, if we go back to, let me go to the monthly again, like we talked about. Yo, what's up, Dame? If we go back to the monthly here, there's that October 2020, the last election, right here. All right. So again, what happened after that? What happened in November through December, right? End of December, end of the year, we went 115%. That was 15,000 in value. Now, let's just say right now, what we got 3,000 in value in October. That was in 2020. Let's just hypothetically say, okay, 3,000 in October of 2020. We're doing a third of that right now. We're doing 1/3 of that right now. We have the 9,000, right? We're up 9,000 in October. Right? Roughly 9,000 in October right now. Now, let's see. November, right? We have 5,000, right? So, let's just say that was a third of what November is going to be. Well, if that's a third, right, then we're looking at a $15,000 run. All right, we get the 15,000, right? Let's see. That's 20%, putting us around 88K. Would love to see it. Would love to see it. Well, let's just, do the we're going to just call it the rule of thirds this time. December, though, yet again, cranking up the volume with the overall, there you go, roughly 10,000. So let's do another 30,000, right? That's 1/3 of what we might be doing here. 30,000 would put us where? Bada boom, bada bang, 120, baby. I honestly think if we get a monthly break over this high, this all-time high, I don't see why we wouldn't just completely skyrocket over November, December, straight to 100K. I really like it. I really like the move to 100K end of the year. I really like it. So we'll definitely see how it goes. That's a cup and handle, bro. If it breaks, then we go long until 2050s. Yeah. Okay, cup, there's your cup, there's your handle, right? 100% cup and handle, sure. Again, I mean, it's just, this is the Bitcoin cycle, though. I rather go about it in the psychological, way around the cycle of Bitcoin than a pattern like a cup and handle. It is a cup and handle. It's breaking out of it. You got a bear flag or bull flag. It's breaking out of it. I mean, everything's screaming bullish regardless. You got the election year like we had last time that ran 170%. It's all everything. Let's just say the stars are aligning. It's just one of those things, right? Regardless of what pattern we're looking at, everything's in line with what we want to see. So I'm not gonna sit here and try to say, we're gonna come back to this specific level and run from there. It's just everything's perfectly lined up for this thing to just go ahead and touch all-time highs. They got a water instead. This is not quenching my thirst. Let's look at the 15-minute though. Ooh. Do you think the election will be a big chaotic move? I think it's going to be what it's supposed to be. I don't think it's going to be any different than what we saw in the previous election on Bitcoin. Now, I will say there is a bit more volume, so there could be crazier volatility, but I think there has to be enough volatility for Bitcoin to get up into these crazy numbers, right? I think this overall acceptance of Bitcoin this year has been fantastic. So I think it's just a matter of time before we do get some decent volatility, and that's what it's going to take to get us into those crazy numbers. A lot more volume than we've ever seen before. So we're definitely going to have that. Also, nice little divergence there on the 15-minute for Bitcoin. A little bit different in that case. Solana, though, y'all know me on Solana. I just absolutely adore Solana. It's probably the only altcoin that I hold. And maybe like a few others that are minor. This is the only one I hold with a lot. I hold a lot of. Actually, you know what? I need to pull up Ethereum. Yeah. Ethereum's complete garbage. This is just so bad. It's so bad. It's not even worth looking at Ethereum, guys. It's not. The volume of Ethereum is just gone. It's Bitcoin and Solana now, man. Solana's taking Ethereum's place. So Solana, as you know, been huge for me buying off 120s. Been doing it, been preaching it over and over and over again a million times every single time it's hit 121. Go back in the streams. You know we've talked about it a trillion times. We're looking really solid. Let's look at it from a volume standpoint on the daily. You can see majority volume still down here in the 140s. We talked about bouncing off the 140s. And we're continuing. Today's kind of creating a pretty large upper wick, which is fine. Going right back into these, the mid 80s there, or low 80s that we've had a resistance at before. So again, though, this is one of those things where we've extended quite a bit. I do like that it has respected the high here, right? We respected it off of this recent retracement to make this move. Respected all these highs, right? it's going to have to hold those, in my opinion. If it breaks this low here, if it does break this low, there you go. If it does break this low right here, 159 on Solana, then, you know, I would say we'll probably pull back to the mid 140s. I don't think it's going to head back there. I think we're actually going to probably go retest this order block, the 190s, and then maybe start to see some struggle up in the 200s. But again, like we said, if Bitcoin makes that big push, I think Solana is going to be right in line with it, similar to what we've been, you know, talking about before with the Ethereum and Bitcoin moving together. I think Solana is starting to be that new altcoin that's moving alongside Bitcoin a bit. So we'll probably see a really strong push on Solana to maybe break this large wick high that I had before. But man, oh man, we've been long in those 120s over and over again. So it's been a nice little buy area for sure. My overall all-time high, or a new high target is around 250 on Solana. I think that would be a fantastic move there. So we'll definitely go see if we can get that, maybe with Bitcoin making its mega push. So, yo, King, how you doing, man? Appreciate you tuning back in. Appreciate you tuning back in. But guys, I mean, the only other major winner right now is gold. Gold doesn't even care. It's honestly crazy what gold's been doing. All you've had to do on gold, if you're a trader, is just buy almost every dip. If you go to the 4 hour, every single time it's made a significant dip, it was worth a buy. I mean, it just pretty much rallies 2 times over its all-time high once it makes a dip. It's just honestly incredible what it's been doing. I've been trading gold futures a lot because of that reason, to be honest. Yeah, King. Yeah, of course, man. I appreciate you tuning back in. If you got that Pepe badge, you know it. I'll be seeing you. But we appreciate you guys for tuning in when we go live again. But yeah, gold's been an absolute monster. You can't really make a target on this. I mean, 2,800. Might as well start throwing out random numbers like 2,800 would be kind of that next upside move. I will say, like we said already, 4 hour on Bitcoin is probably the that price point. That price is that with that upper wick there is something to be interesting. Something to like really look at. Large upper wick. If this engulfs it, we'll probably get a nice little pullback, fill this gap a bit. Yo, Brad, welcome back, man, to the Auto Gang. I appreciate you, brother. Brad's back in it. I love it. I appreciate you. But there you go. There's that imbalance, though, like we were saying. Very nice little imbalance there that potentially could see some buys off of. Who knows? Who knows? That's the question, brother. That's the question. Sorry if that's been loud. Wait, speaking of Google, hold on. I was bearish going into these earnings. Ooh, it's up, what, 3% after hours. Google had their earnings today. Up 3-4%. We had CMG. How are they doing? Down. Ooh, 5%. They were already talking about seeing their outlook being kind of off for the end of the year. Popcat, man. Again, we don't really look at meme coins on here because you can't really analyze them. Like I could pull it up, right? You can look at them, but there's not really anything that you would maybe look at, like, see it's like it's at an all-time high. I can't really sit here and say, oh, it's gonna make this. I will say, even with this consolidation, the oscillator has lined up nicely to make a bigger move to maybe like $2, but not much. Gold, again, we just went over gold, but there's not much you can go by here. This is what I was explaining earlier to you guys, by the way. For those of you looking at when I've been talking about in trading the gap divergence and stuff, even if there is a significant gap, look to see how the oscillator has been acting recently. Look to see how the reversal zones have been acting. Are they just moving in an upwards direction? We got to wait till you see a little bit of some type of opposite direction for them to play out properly. If every low keeps getting bought, if every higher low, which entails just resting above previous highs, it's just not gonna play. It's not gonna play. Google took away your badge, bro. No, you have the Pepe badge, bro. You have the Pepe badge, dude. That's not the OG badge. That's like top tier badge there. We'll bring back Pepe someday. But yeah, I mean, this is just absolutely insane. You gotta love it. 5 minute here on Bitcoin though, making nice little moves so far. Making nice little moves. Back down, breaking that structure. So nice little low break there. First one we've seen in a minute. Saw a small one there. Just been on a mega bull run recently. It's crazy. Very high volume. Very high volume. But overall monthly chart, I mean, it's just so clean. The monthly divergence there from May. It's like, meh. It's like it had no calculations on Bitcoin for a while. What settings do I use on the oscillator matrix? Just what I have. Just the basic settings, man. Again, you guys know me though. You gotta. So I personally, when it comes to these divergences, trade them all only on gold, oil, ES, and NQ right now. That's what I trade when it comes to the divergences. Bitcoin, I would have to look at more before I, consider full-on trading them. I think it works. It could work just as well, 100%. You just have to be very wary to how Bitcoin looks in certain situations. 1 minute's probably your better play on these. If you were to, trade them, 1 minute's probably your better play. Like, I mean, this one's signaled on this guy here, and you know me, like this here, ideal divergence setup, right? This is what I would be looking for. Is you get a very nice slope there on the divergence. You get a turning point right here on this guy. That's your entry right there, right? It triggered right here. Your risk is so darn low. Here's your risk to that low there. You got, boom. Let's see, $121. Now, what I do is I take profit at 1-to-1, take 50% profits, set my stops at break even. I go straight to 2-to-1 trade. That would have hit there perfectly. $242 profit there on that move. It hit a high of 300, but again, 2-to-1. The risk is there. There's no reason to not take it. In this situation here, a little bit different. It already signaled divergence. I probably wouldn't take it twice in a row. That's entailing that it wants to potentially head lower. But if this were to signal first, I probably would have taken it. And even if it gets stopped, again, low risk. That's the best part. But overall, you can see here it has made an upper swing as well. It's been in the upper side many times. There's a lot of ways to go about it. But like NQ this morning. Again, the other thing we talked about, remember, look, the range is key here, right? Price extended on the opposite end of the reversal zone, comes back to this downside. That here gives me enough to tell me that, okay, there is a potential opportunity between this divergence because it touched the top reversal zone and now it's drilled into the bottom reversal zone. You have a decent gap there that's moved on either side. And right here, you can take your long off of this here. I missed this morning. I'm a little mad. But this thing actually did run for 38 points on that 2-to-1 trade with a high of 65 in that first move. But it never, ever went back to the entry price. It ran 300 points today if you would have taken it. Oh, man. It's nuts, man. It's nuts. Do you avoid the first touch of the reversal zone? What do you mean? How do you on the Bitcoin chart where you were just showing? What do you mean? So Bitcoin's a little bit interesting. This is ideal. The reason that's ideal is because price essentially, when you get proper divergence, price drills usually like very aggressively, makes a slight rebound and then drills again. Usually on the second drill is when you get actual buyers because they want to have shown that multiple lows have been set. And then that's when you get people take profit, they reshort, take profit again, and then they're like, okay, that's probably it for that current move. That's usually when you get a bigger bounce, and why we showed you there that you would get a bigger potential reversal. But in this case, like, it just comes down to, where we're at on Bitcoin here. This one's, not really that great. It's a very slightly higher high. Like I said already, this is very slightly lower low. This is overnight trading either way. This is a significant gap here, a little bit better slope, a little bit better area. After a while, you can recognize what's a better setup just by looking at them. Like this one here, better just because it's a high, very aggressive higher high, and then pulls off. This one here, this is a straight line. I wouldn't really take it even though that would have hit. This one, even this little slope's a little bit better, but it wasn't in the reversal zones. This one here, I probably would have taken if it was in the reversal zone. Nice little slope there, but it wasn't in the reversal zone. That one's good. This one's not good. This one's good. Slope there is fantastic. So you'll recognize which ones are better. This one's good too, because of that slope. If it makes a significant difference in price and on the oscillator, significant slope difference, that's probably a plus addition to the gap ones that we've talked about. As you can see, let me go back to the one here. Like this one, right? Or was it this one? I have to see. That's straight. You see how that's a straight line there, and this is slope. That's, not the best. This here would probably be the only other one, even though, as you could tell, it hasn't really, retested the opposite side. Didn't really retest the opposite direction of the reversal zone either, so it's really flat on Bitcoin. So it's one of those things where I would want to wait to see how it, plays off of a previous reversal zone as well. But I will say it's like you can take multiple ones. You just got to know where price kind of is and how price is trading. Bitcoin's been on a mega run. Like if we were to look at the daily here, it's like we're well over these highs that have pretty much been liquidated on the short side. So people, probably aren't going to be full on shorting yet. I mean, we're finally getting shorts now, but like in that current situation, people probably weren't going to be shorting. Just wasn't going to happen. So it's just one of those things. You got to kind of know where you're at as well. Bitcoin's a lot different than trading like the NQ or the ES. When you're trading the NQ or the ES, it's a lot easier to find the best setups because Bitcoin can just rally really hard at random moments. But yeah. So yeah, man, I would wait till Black Friday if you want any discount. Black Friday's it. I'm not gonna sit here and say, hey, you need to sign up now. I mean, you can if you want. You can get 30 days risk-free right now. Just click the link in the description. You could try it out for 30 days. You get your money back, and then when the sale comes on Black Friday, you could then take that sale. But again, I would advise then that's going to be our best deal. You can get yearly really cheap. I was going to look at so like, yeah, today we had, I missed it, man. Yesterday was a really good day on, I missed the NQ trade, but this is the one we were just talking about. Fantastic mover there on the NASDAQ. But again, we need to honestly focus on crypto. We can look at the 15-minute, not bad on Bitcoin here. So it's like, in this situation, what's ideal? Look, this hasn't touched the oscillator reversal zone in a while. It's probably in a nice aggressive trend. If you want to help yourself out, you could probably go into the signals and overlays and hit smart trail. And you can notice here, if this thing's been in an aggressive smart trail for a while, you probably just want to wait, right? It's not showing any price extension to the opposite side. You probably want to wait on taking a divergence play, even though that divergence did really nice. And this is where I talked about how, on Bitcoin here, or on anything, if you get a proper slope difference, which I mean is like this is actually making a slope here, right? That's that divergence there. This is actually making a very aggressive slope here. So if we were to compare these slopes, right, they're quite different. This is a pretty decent little down run there, and off of this you would have had no problem hitting a 2-to-1 trade. The risk is so nice. That's the nice part though, is overall the risk is really, really clean. Brad and you guys, wow, this one did well. Another thing to probably avoid on divergences too is if they didn't exit the reversal zone at all. So if they're just riding the reversal zone, it's probably not the best one to take. If it's just riding up here, showing, and that's why I said getting an extension to the downside and then creating the divergence is better. But honestly, sometimes that won't happen. So maybe wait to see right? See if price actually escapes. See if it escapes outside the reversal zone before looking for it. That's like here, escape, and then rallied back. Sometimes you'll get some weird ones like this from volatility from Bitcoin. But this overall here, this is the kind of slope you'll want. You want to get some decent slope. You'll start to recognize which ones are better. I promise. It just takes a minute to start looking at them. It's like you wouldn't take that, right? This one you definitely honestly could take, even though like that slope is for whatever reason calculated lower for some reason, but I wouldn't even take it. Honestly, I wouldn't be one to take. But if it's weird, you probably don't want to take it. That's all I'm saying. If it's in a weird move there, both extended in the reversal zone, not really worth it. Bitcoin's a little different. I haven't traded much Bitcoin with the divergence. Higher time frames obviously are going to be better. I haven't traded much on the Bitcoin divergence though. Been mostly doing NQ and the crude oil and gold. It's played out very well for us. I'll buy this indicator when the bull market is over and going to start shorting with 200x leverage. What indicators that you advise to use as strategies from your perspective to trade a penny stock? Signals and overlays, probably signals and overlays and VWAP is what I would do. So if you're going to trade a penny stock, like we could go, let's see. I actually traded one the other day that hit pretty good. I haven't traded penny stock in forever. That's all I used to trade. So I saw a good one that I liked the other day. Let's add volume. So if we were to pull up a penny stock. Let's do this. Let's do 1 day and then 1 million. Let's do this percent change today. So I gotta drop this. Let's just do 300 million. Yeah, small caps and above here. So that had to be a better one that moved today. Huh. This one. So the reason I say this because I like penny stocks on reversal zones. They do pretty good. You watch to see if they can go touch an opposite reversal zone. I mean, they do pretty good in their reversal zone. There's none today that look that great, to be honest. I don't do volume. Yeah, there wasn't really any today. Maybe there was some pre-market, but reversal zones are probably the best. I had a really clean trade. I would have to look it up on my phone the other day. But yeah, the reversal zones honestly are probably my favorite overall when it comes to like those types. But okay, so here you go on Bitcoin, making the rejection on that 4 hour. So where do we kind of want to head from here? Now, let's go to a 1 hour chart. I want to see where the volume's sitting. Still sitting down there at 67. Right, 4 hours still sitting down here at 67 again. We go to let's go to the 30-minute. 30-minute there, you got a little bit of volume sitting right here at 71. So 71 maybe, right? Maybe a little bit of a rejection there. Like we said already, this current structure. Okay, you're at the 618 right now. So seeing that you're at the 618. Do you agree that most of the money is made in the bear market? What do you mean by bear market? We haven't been in a bear market in a while. Are you saying like on the shorts? Like short side? I think fear is a much greater emotion. I think it's easier to make money on the short side. I think fear is a bigger emotion. SHPH. Let's see. Let's pull it up over here. Yeah, so that already pumped, man. I wouldn't even. I would want to see something at market open. Do something. Didn't do anything. I do think fear is a bigger emotion than greed, to be honest. But yeah, I think it's easier to make money on the downside. I'm not gonna say it's the best. I'm not gonna say that's all made there, because obviously the upside most people is what most people are gonna play. Not everybody shorts. Not everybody plays the downside. So majority of the time people are, yes, going to make the most money. Probably on the short side if it's a short-term kind of move. But also, this was a trade we took a 1-to-1 on crude oil. But long-term wise, people are going to make more money on the long side. Okay, so Bitcoin driving now on the 5-minute into this reversal zone. Dude, my contacts are messing up. Yeah, no, I think if you were to say, hey, if you were to pull up, let's just say like a chart and you would have had like 1 million people vote, do you make more money on the long side or short side that are just traders in general, you'd probably get like the most money made on the short side would be like 58%, and then like it wouldn't be much. It'd be close to 50-50. I think it'd be a small difference. I think there'd be a small difference. Oh wait, I forgot we had AMD after hours. 6% drop on AMD. Yo, it's actually not that bad. For the daily. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Bull day, though. I wonder what those IVs got to. What was their report? It's not on here yet. Poor AMD. NVIDIA just smoking them. Yo, King, I appreciate that, man. Hey, Rumble. What's up, brother? Thanks for tuning in, bro. I appreciate you. Appreciate you tuning in. Ethereum, sell it all. I'm just kidding, but seriously, I'm kidding, but seriously, I mean, it's just we could take a glimpse at Ethereum. Also, this is a pretty decent gap here, new low, right? Look at the slope difference, right? This slope here, this is great. This is a great little gap. This is a slope, significant downside slope. If I copy this slope, significant upside there on the oscillator, significant downside there. That's a pretty decent slope. One end is extended, which is good. This would be one that would be one worth taking. It would have hit 2-to-1 pretty easily. 300, you would have had almost a 3-to-1, 420, please, and it'd still be rolling actually. Current situation though on Ethereum is rough, man. It's rough. Weekly time frame is just kaput, right? Ran up to 4K, had problems. It's back down. If we go to pull up here, this is why we were preaching Bitcoin for a while. I will say though, there you go. On your daily, you're at that high volume node. On the weekly, your high volume node's still sitting pretty low there. Gosh, had a good run. Monthly's not bad. Okay, monthly current situation, you're bouncing off of those nice retracement levels. Not bad. Got some volume there. There is volume. This is a nice big chop here. We just got to get out of this little bit of chop. You would have to get out of like 2,800 to make bigger moves. I've been converting my Ethereum into Solana though. ARKN. So first off, if we're looking at anything on the low cap side for crypto. Start of the weekly, see how it's done since it's actually started trading. Binance though started trading very nicely around 55 cents. So this is done very well. This is done very, very well. So this current situation, this isn't actually that bad of a spot. Daily holding that high volume level as well. It's pulling here. If we were to extend this box, 300 bars. You can see a lot of volume in this range here. People are definitely buying between the 130s and the 150s, 160s. Good sign. You got a nice high-low still on this current slope. I would still say upside target's about $2. Usually it's going to have problems at those dollar marks. How can I use the liquidity swings indicator? Like what in trading what? I think you're good to be on track for that $2 level, man. Who's buying a Solana phone? I've debated on it. I've debated on pre-ordering one. Oh, I didn't post the CL movers today. What in the world? The CL was the only trade we had today. Just to have it. I wouldn't use it, to be honest. I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use... why did that... Get rid of these. I wouldn't use it, but I would just have it to have it. Crude oil, man, 67. You gotta love it. You gotta love how low it is. You can use it in any market that's on TradingView. People asking. We could literally, you guys, we could analyze. Hold up. We could analyze like cattle. Hold on. Weather. I mean, come on. We could do the heat index. We could look at these. This is Burbank heat index. Hold on. Do the. Let's see what else. Building materials, chemicals. I like doing the the hog futures. Honestly, I've considered buying. Trading hog futures a little bit. Nat gas on fire today. Yeah, nat gas. Had a pretty good day, man. 25%, insane. 50 cents. Insane jump there with oil dropping, which is honestly insane. But it's still funny. It's like on the weekly, it's like, man, this came off of a crazy high run not too long ago. Crazy. Let's go back to the Bitcoin 1 hour. This is such a clean retracement for its next move. Right, we've fully filled that imbalance. Again, if you want those imbalances, by the way, it's on the price action concepts indicator, and you want them to close at the wick, which I would suggest probably doing that. Just say wick. And it should close. That means it's fully filled. You know, usually if price is fully traded through it, it's fully filled. People like to have it as a closure thing just to kind of show it even when it has fully filled as an imbalance. But again, we said anywhere above these highs, it's bounce. Like that's totally fine. Like if we can get that, let's go back to the 15 minute close. Man, this thing played off a nice divergence though. The problem is it just had so many divergences. Opposite reversal zone now. Opposite. Nice extension on the oscillator as well. I just can't get over the daily though. I just can't get over that daily turning point right there. It's just so good. How's that 1 minute? Long scalp 1 minute? You're actually probably fine. I'd go right to like 72.437 or something. This set a lower low, higher low right there. Look at that. This is like a little weird little inverse head and shoulders on the oscillator. It's its own calculation, bro voice. Way better than the RSI. All right, this is a little more leading than an RSI. This is the only concern about this is a potential bear flag, but it's already breaking. All right, It's already breaking to the upside, so and it's already made 1, 2, 3 legs into the reversal zone. Users. Give us the force. This is what I like on the 5-minute here. Is that candle? You got somewhat. It's Morningstar reversal. I would want to have that doji down here, but you are extended as well. So you might be able to get a nice little pull bounce back there off of this reversal zone. I wouldn't take it as far as this previous higher low though. If I were you, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't go as far. Let's look at it on the. You say you're targeting the 15-minute Fibonacci? Oh, you're talking about how on this move here, right off the 618. Yeah, that's a nice bounce. Nice little bounce. It's pretty clean. The problem is the current aggressive move to the downside is what's more entail for this move is a short side move. You're definitely going to want to look more short side, honestly. That's why I said you just want to be careful. There's a very, very big sell. That was a big sell off. That's a massive engulfing. I mean, the 1 hour looks good, but I would wait for 1 hour close. Wait, what I would want to see on Bitcoin actually right now is if you want to see a gap on this wick here. Like we want to close up where we're at. Like close over. Yeah, close right now. Like if it can close somewhere up 72, 100, 72, 200, give you a big enough wick, then right at the beginning of the next candle, see if it drives down first. See if it drives down first. I care. Yeah, that 5-minute there, man. Right off that imbalance. Oh, man. I would have your stops at. I know, I get it. Again, guys, if you're due for a renewal on TradingView, pause it. Seriously, pause it. Like, that's what happened to me. I was good for a yearly renewal because I missed last year's Black Friday deal. Just pause it. Pause it right now. You will get a Black Friday deal here very soon. You get a crazy discount. And also, this is to show you that you can use our indicators on a free basic plan, too. A lot of people don't think they can. I would 100% suggest getting a premium plan, though. You're gonna want to on TradingView. Like it's killing me these last few days not having it, but again, I'm not gonna. Like if you're gonna get like 60% off like a yearly plan, and like 3 free months or whatever, some crazy discounts on like because I usually get the premium. Open gold. What do you want on gold, man? The biggest thing about gold, I can tell you, is just all you have to do is buy every dip. It's not really gonna cause any problems. Four hour already extending even to a new high. It's like it's not even. Yeah, dude, this is gold's insane. It's just not even worth it. Not even worth buying or selling, or honestly selling. Here's your gold spot again. I will say that this is interesting. It's so extended. We're finally starting to show some consolidation that could entail a short side move, but it's not worth it. Here's how the short side move works on gold. You just get a small little downside move, maybe to an opposite reversal. I would just wait till it touches reversal zone and then buy that. It's not much you can do. Rumble on the still a bear flag to me, man. I hope it bounces for you. Still got that bear flag here, all right? Hopefully it breaks out. It rejected that low, which is kind of concerning. We're going short against you. I don't want to see it. You got break even stop? Okay. Nice. If anything, if you're stopping, if you have a stop down here, you entered like 71, 72. You're probably fine. You know, maybe just leave it down there. I'm not gonna. I do think that, especially if this 4 hour closes up, you probably get that all time high run. What do you trade on? Man, I wish I could trade. I could. Recently I've been trading a bit of Bitcoin futures. Top Step has the micros, which is nice. The problem is I'm only limited to 5. I'm limited to 5 micros. Yeah, your boy's getting tired, which is kind of lame. Any of your free indicator work? What? Dude, we have 200 free indicators, man. There's plenty that work. It just depends on what you're looking for. Use a broker or a exchange. Broker and exchanges are different. It's doing it for you, man. MEXC, nice. And there you go. There's that similar candle like we were just saying on the daily, right? We said it on the daily a minute ago. Look at this candle here. This is like an OG candle. It's just so clean, right? Here it is right here. So this candle setup, if you ever see it, just long it. So you get a wick, pretty much takes out the previous day's low or previous candle's low, closes back up. You wait to see if you get buys on that first initial move to the downside and then push back up, right? That's what's happening on your 5 minute here. It's like, you know, are you scalping people? But I would wait for it on a higher time frame. This thing literally drilled down, came up, closed up, right? Above this candle's high. Price starts off on the downside, right? And then if you see people buy it right back up, it's more than likely going to break these highs really easily. Just part of it. You're funny, man. Well, there you go, man. You got your break. Awesome. I'd go right up to 72,400. Oscillator's back over the 50. Can you suggest some free indicators for gold in all caps? Hey, there you go. The bot's got you, Mr. Perfect. Just click that button right there and type in SMC. Watch. If I click this button right here, boom. Right? Look what pulls up. The free indicator library. Right? And then I type in SMC. And then bam, smart money concepts. There you go. There's a free indicator that's going to help you out on your gold trades. If not, let's say you want divergence, which is my favorite. Just type in divergence. And there you go. There's some SMT divergences. That's an old indicator. For this one here, that one's old. This one's new. SMT is pretty good. You can have two separate tickers that tell you your SMC differences. Or go to oscillators. Majority of the oscillators have divergence features. Some really good ones. What was that one? Frankie. Oh, that's Frankie Candle's essentials. Frankie Candle's one's good. Here's a good one. There's a lot of them. Do SMC though, if you haven't already. What should I target? Right now, like I said, let's just say I would have entered again. This is somewhat of a low. This is a higher risk Morningstar reversal. Let's say my entry was here. If you know me well, I always take profits at 1 to 1, and then I leave runners for 1 to 2, for 2 to 1, 1 to 2, right? So this is what I would be. I would be out. I would already be out. If I was in somewhere around 72, I would be out 50%. And then I would have my stop at break even now. And then I would set my next target for 2 to 1. Be somewhere in there. If I was talking real price points, though, a lot of the time, usually it doesn't really have to do with any levels. I would target this zone, 72,500-ish. And then if you have problems around here, I'd worry about that. I'd either, it would be 500 or this 419, which was where it had that previous lower high. Watch, see if it rejects that. I do use SMC in all caps. 72,169. Are you? Okay. You must. Did you buy more? You must be on a different exchange or something. I think our prices are slightly off, but they go. Yeah, this 400 area is just. High was 399.81. That's crazy. The high was right at the 400. Yeah, man, Bitcoin dominance is always something that we consider. I mean, that was a big run into this recent, this recent push, right? We go to the the weekly time frame or the monthly. I'm not gonna analyze it like I do normal stocks, but you could see like back in 2020 election, like we talked about. Remember, we're at that same area, right? October of 2020 right now, right? Boom, in the 60%. We're in 60 percentile as well. Ethereum is dropping, right? It's dropping hard. So people are, more and more people are buying Bitcoin, 100% dominating the market right now. Last bull run was about 60%. So it's very clean, man. Very clean. A lot is aligning for this run to 100K. A lot is aligning for it. A lot of it. Looking real nice. Looking real nice. Let's go back to your trade there. If this closes as a doji, I'd be careful. That 400 high was clean. If it closes as a doji, I'd be careful. Oh, you're okay. Doesn't look like it will. See how this 1 minute goes. Lux IQ trading, bro. He said, "Were you bet, Jacob? 10 days no live stream." I was shocked. I've been taking care of a 4-month-old or 3.5-month-old. She's been waking up in the middle of the night recently on that 4-month sleep regression. Way different than my first, man. She requires a lot more of us. We'll be back full time probably in the new year when she's more independent, right? She can sit up and do her thing and be on a better schedule, sleep better, all that. 72,190 stop loss and profit. Yeah, let it ride, man. If you rather let it ride, do it. I mean, I don't see why we couldn't see a bigger run. I appreciate you, brother. We'll be back, man. We'll be back. Just having 2 kids under 3 is quite a task. If you guys have kids that are 2 and under, or 3 and under, letting it slide, taking probably 73. But yeah, I mean, if it can get over that hump here, like we said, dude, this 1 hour candle is really nice. Yeah, I would stop trading ETH, man. This 4 hours already looking really good. Wow, what a recovery. If we can get over that lower high there, I would go straight to 500. Ooh, that's not a great candle. That's not a great one. I do like that it opened up and it's trading lower for now for you. Drop lower, 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 go. Lower, 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 go. You want this thing to go lower. Go lower. Lower. Dang it. All right, that's actually not bad. All right, now on this 5 minute here, you're going to want to close over this high. Close anywhere but in here or above it. You're going to want to close anywhere in here or above it. Otherwise, that'd be bearish. I got you, man. I would be worried up here. Right now, I'm not as worried. It needs to close anywhere in there, man. Or above, right? Or above. Over. If it can close over 400, that's even better. I like the oscillator, except for the fact that a turning point could happen here, but I like that it made a full extension. Don't you do it. Bam. Nice. Wow, that was a nice pop. 1 minute's looking really good there. Now, okay. Now you need to close over. Now you have to close over this high. You don't want to close lower. Actually, I would here. I'll give you a little bit more. Here. Now you want to close either in between this or above that high. At least over this. At least over. No, wrong way. You don't want that. Yo, Doberman, what's up, man? Look at that little baby 1 minute divergence there. A little tiny. Did I hit 400? Yeah, I did. I'm telling you, that 400 was it, man. That's a really good trade, man. If you're trading 5 minute or 1 minute, that's a really clean trade. Especially if you're in here, let's say there, right? It's just how you got to treat it. If you're taking this risk here, you're a little over 1-to-1 on that full-on risk there. That's a good trade. So now it's taking out that high. If it, yeah, nice, good work. Good work, brother. Good work. That was a nice little scalp for you. It could create a turning point here, guys. I will say though, divergence could happen here shortly. We probably won't be on stream when it happens, but lower high here, higher low. All right. Lower low here. If it creates divergence right now, that's money. This is what I would want to see. Screenshot it. Mark the time, but hour 13. That's the time. If we create that divergence there, higher low, lower low, inside the reversal zone, send it. Is that an FVG on the left side? No. Your FVG is, there's a slight one here that already mostly got filled. Your next one's up here. There's not really any FVGs, honestly. There's one here. We're talking about like really, really close to price. Nothing on the 15 minute. Those are all filled. Not even the 1 hour. 1 hour is inside of one. Yeah, I get it. Black Friday sales need to come in now. That baby divergence. Imagine if you took this baby divergence here. This is your... so tiny, man. A little baby divergence. And there you go. Great freaking trade, man. That's it. Ooh. No upper wick, though. No upper wick. Watch, you would want to see that wick. They didn't have one recently. The wick situation on Bitcoin's a little different. It's a lot better on NQ and the ES. Trades better. Where do we close on this? Yeah, no problem, man. Got a nice little retracement move from 73,560. Are you short? Ooh, by the way, we just opened a new hour candle. Duh. There you go. So this is the this is money. All right. We want to see. We needed to push lower right now. All right. So here's your imbalance, right? That fully filled. See if it goes to here. Look how there's no upper wick on this 1 hour. That's rare. That's gonna be rare. Let's see here. Wait, let me go the other way. It wouldn't have mattered actually. I'm done. My paper trading going right off 72. Buy 5 limit. Do it. Just watch 72. This is a scale. This would be a scale here. You'd buy like. Do you not get paper trading on free either? That's annoying. Let's see. Maybe you do. You should. Right? Maybe I'll have to buy early. Oh, it's. Why isn't that showing up? Oh, I'm dumb. It's just not showing. The amount I've probably done like, it's just not showing. I don't have it logged in. I've probably clicked it like 5 times. No, I haven't. Again, guys, if you're up for a renewal, like I said on TradingView, just pause your renewal. Just wait for Black Friday. That's what I'm doing on TradingView right now. You get some crazy deals. So let's just assume I have enough capital to buy Bitcoins, right? This would be a scale. You would want to scale into this right now. You'd want to get one here. Will that let me set a limit? This is a scale situation. There. I already have it there. That's a 50% there. The reason being is no upper wick. So right now, all your trading is to an upper wick. You wouldn't, in my opinion, that's how I would trade. I would trade probably maybe back to like 42 or something. The reason I would have taken one here, there's that upper wick. The reason I would have taken one there though is because of that imbalance there. So now we have the upper wick. So I would take off the scales. That was almost perfect. You just have your stop at break even at this point, or below that low. Oh yes. That was funny. Let's see here. Those are always great to look for. They're great to look for in high time frames. You don't want to do it on a much lower time frame. Then I would take it. I'd take it right here. Let's see if this plays out. Yeah, oh, chill. I said the 5 minute. If it can't break this here, though, watch this level. Do you find any logic for people to use your indicators in a total different way that they are built for? That's exactly why we build indicators. You're supposed to use them in a totally different way. You're supposed to use them in any way you want. The idea is the customization behind it. Right? That's the idea. I'm just fiddling now. I'm not even... You could set stops at that if you wanted. I didn't really down here. The whole point of indicators in general is to customize them in the way you would want to have them. Use them the way you want, brother. Are we in opposite sides of a trade right now? Are you shorting? Yo, Rufio, dude, that's awesome, bro. On SUI, you said? Let's see. Where'd you, what time frame? Four hour. Nice. A 15 minute. 4 hour did pretty good. On a long. There's a gap right there. That was a clean one. There's the slope difference there. Yeah, all these are small. Small. This is a good one here. 4 hours clean. Guys, here's the other thing, by the way. If you get back-to-back, very clean structure on the oscillator. Here, let's say it fails, right? Say it fails because it did, but it sets up again. I'll always re-enter. It's 100% worth it. I'll always re-enter. No, the 15 looks good. Oh, that's what you said. The biggest thing right now, by the way, the reason I took the long there, for one, is we had a 5 minute imbalance here, right? We bounced off the reversal zone, but the 1 hour opened and had no upper wick, right? Had no upper wick. Essentially now, you know, taking profit would be it. This is probably where you would do it if this was a real trade. I mean, honestly, I'm going to target previous lows. The other thing is seeing this, like, this here, people will be like, that's not inverse head and shoulders. It's like, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is a lower low going into an even lower low going into a higher low at the exact same level. That's an inverse head and shoulders. That's it. Inverse head and shoulders to a T. You get a trend. There's a reversal. The best part is you got confirmation off of the reversal zone down here, right? So you get a higher low here. And then I personally am going to drive right into previous lows. 15 minute, man. Honestly, in this Bitcoin situation, that probably could have been your best long, and I could probably take this all the way up into 74 or something. But I mean, because we're not going to be on stream long, I'm just going to leave it here. Hey man, that's all that matters. you could have made money just fine shorting. It just like that current situation showed a nice little scalp situation. Well, we got a perfect wick in there though. Like the perfect wick. Red Bull money times 2 Red Bull money equals 6 Red Bull coins. What, is that even a coin? Is there a Red Bull coin? Is that real? I'm sure there is, like officially. Yo, Google, man. After hours. Let's see. Yo, fudge, bro. This thing's up $11, 6%. Wow. Anyway, if this closes here in the next little bit, about an hour and a half in here, we'll be done. We'll be done on this stream. I'm gonna try to be back a lot sooner though. Hey, somebody hit it on the somebody hit the divergence play in the Discord on Crude today. What was this? 30 minute? 15 minute? Let me see. Is that today? Yesterday. Hit it yesterday. Yo, gold is still running. Yeah, this is gonna close green on the 5. That's insane. It's gonna close green on the 4 hour. Yeah, Doberman, check it, bro. Check the. Make sure you check the alert, broski. That's a pretty good one. Dang. Did I miss that yesterday? I might have. This is so clean, man. This is such a clean little move here. Full engulfing on the 1 hour be money. 1 minute here showing nice. Yeah, there it is. Right there's right back at the high there. Ooh, come back to me. Come back to me, mama. Here. Don't do it to me. After it broke this high here, the odds of it actually coming to flush this low are pretty low right now. Made a decent dip. We got overflow too. Yo, we got literally the perfect entry. A dip lower there on the oscillator. Send it. Send it. Should we go just to 500? We'll see what it does at 500. for the low volume kicks in. Slowly but surely, we will get there. Let's see, Solana, what are you doing, man? I would love for Solana to close above that 79.60, yesterday's high. Solana closure over yesterday's high would be ideal. Giddy up, pony. There you go. 520 on. There it goes. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Don't do it. Don't leave us in the dark. Oh, you little. Yo. What was that? 5, 6, 7, 98. 98. We had the 76. Just a few dollars. That was you that got stopped right there on that run. Is that why that picked up? Yo, that's kind of lame. They see me. They're watching the stream with my paper money. You're his counter trade. That's fun. Yeah, but the minute it cleared this high, it made sense to run right into those lows. I would honestly now, it's probably smart to just do this. It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter with what you trade with. You can make a few bucks, and it's just fun. Just gotta be smart about it. Go. Feel it. Feel it. Feel it. Feel it. Come on. There it is. Woohoo. Soon we'll be back here trading futures during market hours. But overall, that's some wick reading for you there. With a little bit of reversal zone action. Nice little scalpy there. But appreciate you guys tuning in. That's pretty much it. Like we said on Bitcoin, though, remember on the daily, this is really clean. I just like it to close over the previous day's high. On the 4 hour there, this thing looking like it's going to close bullish. If this continues right now and it closes bullish, I would just look for us to rip right through the high, potentially all-time highs, okay? It better, man. We're mega bullish. You look at this. Look at these 4 hour candles, mega bullish. I wouldn't be anything else. But yeah, for Bitcoin right now, it just looks really strong, especially if we get an engulfing on the hourly here. You're probably going to get a push potentially to an all-time high. Remember, all-time high is not that far off. There you go, 73. Let's go to daily. 73.83557 for the. Is that it on Coinbase? Yep. So that's not far. If this thing daily closes up here above like 72, 73, we'll probably get that push tomorrow into those all-time highs. I'm curious to see how aggressive it does, if it does at all, if it's aggressive. But besides that, guys, this is really, really clean breakout. Oscillator is the biggest thing here on the daily. Look at the oscillator. The turning point is right here about 59. It's not even extended on the oscillator anymore. It's a really good sign of this continuation. So I don't see why we wouldn't break out of all-time highs. We're not even in the reversal zone yet. So really pay attention to that, okay? All right. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We're going to be back sooner than later. If you aren't already, make sure you go and follow us on X at Luxalgo. We post current market updates with everything going on in the crypto and stock market. Right now, we got a lot of earnings this week. It's a very heavy week on news, so please pay attention to the news. If you aren't already, you can see on my personal page at Indicators Work. I do pin the news this morning. Tomorrow, we got ADP at 8:15, so about an hour 15 before market open, and we have the GDP at 8:30 for quarter 3 and PCE as well. Later this week, we got a lot more. I think we have Friday, we have non-farm payroll, so that's big for gold and the U.S. stock market. But if you're not already, make sure you follow us at Luxago on X, as well as me at Indicators Work. Again, honestly, I need to change that to Mr. Divergence. I might do that. That is a possibility. That is a possibility. But appreciate you guys tuning in. I do set up, I do post my morning analysis there as well every morning. So please go check it out if you haven't already at Indicators Work. And I'll see you on there. Besides that, great little job on Bitcoin. Let's get all-time highs, baby. And we'll be back. Mr. Fill your FVG gap. Okay, well, I'm going to end it with that. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. I'm going to end it with that, guys. I love you. I'll see you later. And, again, if you're not already, that was the other thing, join the Discord. It's absolutely free. People are trading in there every single day, talking about the indicators. I also, if you do join up, if you do end up signing up for the, let's say the indicators via Black Friday, when we have that big sale, you can, under the user strategies, check out, actually you can already, but to use them, you can check out that divergence that I like to look for every single time I posted on the user strategy page, the divergences using the oscillator matrix. It is, where is it? Right here. Boom. Oscillator matrix gap divergence. That's with the reversal zones. This is an explanation. It's also on my X account as well. So the Discord is right there. Discord.gg/Lux. There you go. And we'll see you guys in there. It's free. Would love to talk some trades with you guys. I'm in and out of there every once in a while throughout the day. So if you have questions, just ping me. I'm happy to chat with you. But let's get it. Appreciate you guys. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you soon. Yes, sir, Dame. I appreciate you tuning in again, brother. Peace.